Homeboy Vlad. He got rich off.
This dude right here disrespected Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Cory Holcomb lays out how Vlad profits from black culture. Tyrese labels it straight disrespect. Fabio backs it up. And the fallout points at the rappers like Boozy still promoting him.
His money come from doing his show, thinking that they doing something. But y'all made him where he can take care of his bills and his family.
He says, I'm almost sure Dr. King did not get on a balcony to help him with child support payments. You ball. Disrespect black culture and you gonna keep taking your goofy on the show? Boosie, yeah, you got an album to promote. Yeah, you got a single coming out. But how you gonna
I did one Vlad interview, he tried to do me bad, so I ain't never do his interview again.
That's my
Them young rappers and all them, they posted text out.
This internet pro-black and black first stuff is just horrible, man. A lot of these people claim to be pro-black, claim to be black first, but they always expose themselves. They don't live what they say. They don't live what they say that they are, right? They're enemy to their own message, man. And it's a shame. Today we're talking about Cory Holcomb. Now, Cory Holcomb spent so many years online going after Vlad, calling Vlad a culture vulture. He don't like when he disrespected the minister. Cory don't give a damn about nobody but Cory. We see him contradict himself so many different times. So now you're going to bring Vlad TV on your channel and allow Vlad to go after other black men because you have beef with these black men? You interjected W? Man, and a lot of y'all that still support this, y'all crazy, man. He brought this guy on here and allowed him to go after Godfrey. While at the same time admitting that Godfrey was the one that gave him the stage. Godfrey was the one that brought him in. Whatever you got going on between Godfrey, y'all keep that between yourself. How do you bring Vlad on here? Then, right, you see Vlad going back and forth with Aries Spears. You got an issue with Aries Spears, so you bring the W onto your show to double down on going in on other black people when you said yourself in videos that you didn't like the fact that he brought, remember when he had Tariq and Tommy on the show and you said that he had two black men going at each other. You said that, right? But you bring this guy onto your show, man, and y'all on there carrying on like this.
What happened with I call him well anyway, listen, what happened with Godfrey where he stopped coming on your show?
I mean, that was the whole Farrakhan fallout.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was just
so he used that.
Yeah, he used that. And I think it's unfortunate because I feel that me and him were always good, right? Me and him were like friends, you know. We would party out, you know, in LA. We had meals together and stuff like that. And honestly, Godfrey, I think, was the first comedian that sort of figured out the algorithm with Vlad TV, because he would come more often than anyone because he saw a jump in his bookings. Right?
Well, he was accessible also.
He would always, and he was in New York, so he was like boom, boom, boom. He would go one after another, and a lot of those clips went viral. You know, like the I Know Black, you know, the whole Dominican thing. So me and him were real cool, and when the Farrakhan thing happened, and I took my stance, he really went extra hard and was like, Vlad's a culture vulture. He needs to be canceled.
But he felt that way anyway. You get what I mean when I say that? I'm not trying to be fake and pile it on. Godfrey is the greatest fake smile in the history of the United States of America. I do not get mad at nobody who don't figure him out. He's actually great at that fake smile.
Yeah. well, here's
and he's actually kind of knowledgeable.
Yeah.
So it works every time on the average mind.
Yeah, he went really anti Vlad, and since I wasn't saying anything, he kind of got to run with that for years. But at the point that I made my apology, then now I'm vocal about it. And what happened was we ran into each other at a Big Boy show in LA here, right?
Yeah.
He was on and then I was on. And, you know, and I was sitting there waiting for him to come out. This is the first time we've seen each other face to face in like 5 years.
Yeah.
Not my security with me, but he was just standing behind me.
Yeah.
So Godfrey comes out, and the first thing he does is walk up to me and put out his hand, shake my hand. So as I'm shaking his hand, I'm like, hey bro, you know, we should talk. He's like, okay, yeah, let's talk. And then as soon as I let go, he like runs off.
Yeah.
I hit him, and he didn't respond. And then he starts going, like, I don't need to talk to Vlad and all that. And I'm like,
but when he saw you.
But when he saw me, but I'm like, you could have told me right then and there, you don't with me, or you could just walk past me. I don't have conversations with people I don't like and tell them what they want to hear if that's not really how I feel. I'll just walk past them. You know,
you wasn't tripping or holding a grudge, and he act like he wasn't tripping or holding a grudge.
Right. So I assumed that there was a conversation, and at the point that he acted like that, I'm like, well, you know, all right, I'm gonna say what I feel about Godfrey. So there was a certain amount of back and forth because I wasn't vocal before, and D.L. Hughley kind of got in the middle of it and was like, listen, I fuck with both of y'all. Can y'all just stop?
Oh, okay.
And because I love DL, I stopped, and that's why since then I don't think either one of us has really said anything. But I thought it was disappointing that like Godfrey knows what it is between me and him. It's never been animosity or whatever. So the fact that we can't even have a conversation to me is lame. But you know, people do what they're gonna do and position themselves, how they're gonna position. And you know, but he knows what my role was in his career. He likes to repost my videos and cut out the logo and all that. But he knows what it is.
I know Godfrey. Godfrey brought me to the comedy stage. I mean, I did comedy for the first time in college, but Godfrey brought me down to the comedy club. I've known Godfrey for a long time, and I'm not saying this because things went bad. Godfrey is the greatest fake motherfucker I ever seen in my life.
He's great at it.
And that's not to be like, fuck you, Godfrey, because it's about, they call us over here the cutters. Is that what they call us?
Yeah, I don't know.
The black people in America?
They call us cutters?
Cutters. Cotton picking niggas.
Oh, wow.
That's what Godfrey is a very arrogant Nigerian man. And all the Nigerians I know aren't like that, because let me tell you something. Me and Godfrey's brother were best friends. Me, Godfrey, and Sam used to hang out, and Sam used to always be, Dan, I said, me, Daniel, and Sam. Daniel was Godfrey's brother. But sometimes Daniel would be drawn back. And as I got older, I found out that by Godfrey being the older brother, he has rank over his younger brother.
Yeah, that's how they do
And Godfrey always felt some kind of way about him hanging with us cutters.
Really? Wow.
Real talk.
You know what the sad part is? when they had the fallout with DJ Vlad, Lord Jamar, right? Lord Jamar and Godfrey, right? Lord Jamar, who was FBA, he has one great grandfather that's from Guyana. But his parents and his they're foundational black Americans. He has one great grand that's from there. He's an FBA, right? I did the research. He's an FBA. When you deal with Cory Holcomb is the FBA. The only person that didn't go back on the show was Godfrey, the African. That's the crazy part. Y'all got us looking bad over here, right? Y'all run over there to Vlad to disrespect and to disrespect other black people that you got beef with. You bring in Vlad. Like, that's the crazy part. Right? While you all of y'all at the same time call him culture vulture. Y'all remember Lord Jamar was saying all kinds of wild stuff. And then he went right back on there. And I'm glad everybody stopped rocking with Lord Jamar after that. Man, I love Brand Nubians. But man, you ain't standing on none of them principles that you was talking about, man. You ain't standing on the lessons at all. Right? Because y'all remember, Cory was going in on Vlad.
If you really think about what happens over there at Vlad, I have no idea why people would go on. Why so many black people go on really Vlad's show. Now, if Vlad gonna give you $10,000 to go on this show, get your hustle. Get your hustle. But I'm saying, like, Vlad, first of all, in my opinion, is a bigot. He did not like the minister because the minister turned down his show. I also turned down Vlad's show. He was really trying to get me on his show, but he don't really go after me that much. But Vlad...
He offered you 10K?
He ain't offered me 10K. I remember when he first started that little... I was like, well, who are you? Yeah. And then he didn't have no comeback. But I was like, okay, well, come on my show. I'll come on your show. Yeah. And he wouldn't come on my show. So I'm like, okay, well, your show. I know a lot of people don't go on his show because of things I said about him, because the things I said about him are absolutely true. He almost got old boy beat up on his show. The sissy mayor. Oh. He set him up.
That was on that show.
He set him up. Because the homie was finna get him. Yeah. Because, you know, the sissy mayor be talking. Homie went on that show and we saw the sissy mayor because he folded. But it was still set up by Vlad to have two black people fighting. That was a setup. Because the homie wasn't playing sissy mayor. It's just the homie, even though you can't play with him, but he ain't no who just be out to, but he just wanted to be like, what's up? They folded like a, but I was looking at, this was all set up by Vlad.
And that's and this is the crazy part. This is the crazy thing, man. Like a lot of our people, man, I keep telling y'all, man, there's a lot of people within our ranks, man, within our lineage that are sellouts, man. They will sell you out, and it's sad. It's sad. So we gotta stay tight, man, and keep the grassroots tight, because we got a lot of sellouts, man. Or whether they on the block with the hot clock, or in the boardroom, or just regular decent black folks, man. A lot of our people, man, are hurt, traumatized, and they talk this black stuff. But sit them next to never mind. I ain't gonna say that because I don't want to get hit with no hate speech. I'm gonna be careful with my words. They wasn't done.
Like Aries did some where he tried to sue us. I'm not mad at Aries. One day when I saw him in the airport, hey man, what was up with that? Hey man, he got loud. I was like, he's scared.
And I just want to say though, like, regardless of where me and Aries are, I didn't like the fact that he got beat up on the show. You know, at the end of the day, I know everyone had a role in it, but you should be able to crack jokes and speak without having hands put on you.
Well,
you know what I mean? I brought security with me today, just in case. You know,
we didn't have security. we didn't have security at the time because I never imagined something like that would happen. Yeah. But I will say this, and with all the conviction in the world, Aries dared an ass whooping that day, and he played it off like he's cracking jokes, like he always does. What?
Can't do no shows in Lagos, Nigeria now, man.
No, I'm saying that's why I'm saying I have Nigerian friends that's a buck, but they got heart. Yeah. Godfrey, I'm not saying what he doesn't have, but what I'm saying, he smiles with people he has disgust for. I've watched it.
Yeah. Right here.
When he sees you, it's hey, how are you?
Yeah, no, listen, I
motherfucker.
If I knew that it was that, I would have even said hello.
Yeah, you're a prideful man.
Yeah, I don't need to say hello and shake hands with someone who I don't. That's just me. That's just me, and that's why I said he was a punk for doing that, and he's like, oh man, well, your security guard was like leering over me, and it's like, no, he was behind me.
Are you talking about Godfrey said that?
Yeah, Godfrey.
Godfrey,
yeah, he felt like I had security.
Oh, okay.
Godfrey said he felt pressure to shake my hand because of my security, but my security is back here.
Wow.
Luckily, y'all went to the nightclubs. They would probably ask you to dance. And then that would be an offer.
I think that's something to talk about. Like, anybody can come up out of their body. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care how composed you are. If somebody pushes you to a certain level, you can go there.
So Cory is showing you who he really is. Maybe he's backdooring you. He's showing you that he always wanted to be in them Hollywood rooms. He wanted to be a part of the industry. He wanted to be a part of the in crowd. You can't play both sides. Like the very thing that you was getting on Anton Daniels about, you're actually showing yourself to be that, right? You calling Anton Daniels a sellout and raccoons and all kinds of stuff. Well, look at you. You over there with Vlad, the same guy you called a culture vulture. The same guy you said that was responsible for putting two black men together. You over there with them doing the same thing. You are the ultimate hypocrite. Then you get on there, people you call your friend, you call, man, this dude. And then the other guy, I forgot the other guy's name. He's sitting there at the end of the table. You just co-signing all of this stuff, right? Watching him constantly contradict himself over and over and over and over again, right? You sat there. How about you just not show up for that one? Well, you showed up for that one because you want to be part of what he got going on. You want to be a part of that as well. That's why you're there. That's why you rocking with this foolishness, man. Man, this guy is a joke, man. It's a joke. And the fact that he'll still have a following lets you know just the thought process of our community, man. This guy contradicts himself every day. But y'all gotta let me know what y'all think, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time, peace.